Windows 10 offers a convenient split screen feature that allows users to work in multiple applications simultaneously. This feature is certainly useful when users multitask, view, or work on different windows side by side. So the split screen that is available in Windows 10 interface is a feature that allows you to compare two windows, especially if you want to move certain information or data into a different window. You can have this split screen available. And also, let's assume that you are making some comparison of two different applications on your desktop. This split screen becomes very vital. It can be used to perform so many options. It can be used to organize your data or arrange your available files in a particular directory. Now that we understand what split screen is, let me showcase you practically what this split screen can be done when you have your Windows 10 interface available. And if you want to learn about Windows 10 interface or the operating system, that is to have a complete tutorial, I'll drop a link in this current video. Check it out after watching this video. Now, in this current Windows 10 operating system interface, I have these two windows open. I have a lot of windows open and I have hide them on my Windows taskbar. Therefore, these two windows are Microsoft Excel and Microsoft Word. Let's assume that I have some information in Microsoft Word and I want to pull that or copy and move that into Microsoft Excel. This is where the split screen can be helpful. So what we can do is to click on the title bar of whatever window that we want. Because currently I have two windows open. You might have 3, 4, or 5. But the window that you want to compare or perform that particular action within, you click on the title bar of that window and drag it to right or left side of the Windows interface. So if I move this to the right side, you can see that I'm moving it. Now when you are moving and it gets to a section or the end point of this Windows 10 interface, you are going to see a shadow window that has popped up that tells you that we have gotten to the end point of this interface. Therefore, you release the mouse and then this is going to snag this window to the right side. Now when this is done, automatically your operating system, which is the Windows 10 operating system, is going to recognize other open windows on your interface, and these windows are going to pop up at the left or right of your interface depending on the current window where it has been positioned. Now because this is Excel and it is positioned at the right side, that is why I have this open windows at the left side. If I move this to the left side, then these open windows are going to be found at the right side, and that is the explanation. So now that we have this done, without the mouse, you can use your arrow keys to select these windows, and as you can see, I am moving with my arrow keys. So if I want to compare this particular window to this current one, I'll just press the enter key, and now I have these windows positioned side by side, and this was done using the title bar of this particular window. So I use the title bar to move this window to the right, and now I use my arrow keys to select the other window that I want to compare with this particular window. Now let's assume that I want to move this to this section. I'm going to select, right click, and then I'm going to choose copy, and I can select this cell, right click, and then choose paste. So now you can see that I have copied some information from Microsoft Word into Microsoft Excel, and this is the information that I have, and this information is having the same formatting of this particular text. As I said earlier, when you have a split screen on your Windows interface, these are some of the operations that you can perform, that is to copy some items to other applications. And because these two applications are open, we can move items or data between them. Now another thing that you can do is that we have some adjustment effects you can apply to these windows. Let's assume that I want to adjust this Microsoft Excel window. I'm going to place my mouse pointer between this split screen, and you are going to have this double pointer that shows you that you have placed your pointer between these two split screen. And because this is the active window, when I place my mouse pointer and have this double bar, I can click to the left, that is to adjust the window, and you can release, that is if you want to have more view or more space of this particular application. You can also click and bring it back, and then release. This is when you want to adjust the window. So you can see that I have adjusted this window to this side. You can also click and adjust this particular window as well, and this creates more space for you based on your preference and also your sightedness. You can also bring it back to occupy the screen. Now if you want to distort this, you can click on the title bar of this window, and then now we have this split screen deactivated. Now when it comes to splitting of these screens that are available on the Windows interface, we can also use keyboard shortcuts to do so. When you select an active window, you can hold the Windows key and the right arrow key or the left arrow key depending on the position you want to place that particular active window. So now you can see that I have placed this to the right of this window. I can move to the left by selecting this active window. Now I have moved this to the right side of this window using my keyboard shortcut, and I can select any of this window, and that is going to open the second split screen on this particular interface. Now the moment you select a window in that open section, that window is going to be the active window, because as you can see, this window is on top of this window. If I select this, this is going to be on top of this particular window. And if I have some information I want to compare within these two windows, I can easily do that. You can also click on a window that is the title bar and move it to the right top corner, and this is going to move this window to this section. That is where you want to have more than two split screen on your interface. So I can select this particular window, and then now you can see that I have 1, 2, 3 windows open. Let's assume I click this, move to the right and release. Therefore I can choose another window, and now you can see that I have 4 windows which has been split. And if I have any comparison or any task or multitasking I want to perform, I can do so. Let's assume I select a location in this window. I can select this and then maybe select another location in this window. I can drag this into this particular section and release, and it says move. So you can move this particular app that we have here, which is Microsoft Edge, onto this particular location, and this can be done based on any file that is available, which can be a text file, an audio file, a video file, or a picture file. So you can compare things whenever you have your split screen activated. I believe that we are having the understanding of the split screen feature in Windows 10 interface. Now in this case, let's assume that these 4 windows that are opened, I want to maximize one of them. I can click on this particular feature, which is the maximize button, and this is going to maximize that particular window. If I click, this is going to restore this window, and this is not going to be part of the split screen. And if you also hold the title bar of a particular window and move it to the top of your interface, this is going to maximize this window to fully cover your desktop background. So anytime you click on the restore down and you want to add this to the split screen, you move it to the top right corner and release. Therefore this is going to be part of the split screen windows on your interface. Also, when you make a window active by clicking in the window, now this Excel is the active window. You can hold the Windows key and the up arrow key. Now you can see that this is going to cover the other window that was open at the right side, and when you hold the Windows and the up once again, this is going to move this window to the top right corner, up, and now this is going to maximize this particular window. You can also use the Windows down arrow key to restore, up, maximize, down to restore, left, down, and now this come back to its original location when we had the split screen. So using your keyboard and your mouse, this becomes so simple to split your screens or windows on your interface. And as I said earlier, it is very helpful because it allows you to organize your files, move files, copy files, make comparison depending on the task that you are performing. Now whenever you have your split screens windows open, you can use the tools on the control box or the control menu to control them, and I have a video that shows you how to control your open windows using these tools that are available on the control box. And these tools are the close button, maximize button, restore down, and also the minimize button. I have a video that shows you all this feature, and you can watch that video after watching this current video, and that is going to show you how to control your open or active windows. Now when you are done with utilizing this feature and you want to perform another action on your Windows 10 interface, you can use the Windows key and the letter D, and this is going to minimize all the active windows so that you can have your Windows 10 interface fully shown to you. And if you want to bring back your windows, you use the same keyboard shortcut Windows D. Then you have your split screens open. Now if you want to close your active windows or your open windows, you make sure to make one as the active window, then you hold the Alt key and the F4. This will give you an option to save or don't save. That is when you have made some modifications or editing in that particular window. You can choose save or don't save. Now the Microsoft Excel window is closed and we have these three available. You can select and you can use the control menu that consists of the close button, and this is also going to close this particular window. You can use this close. You can select Alt plus F4. Now I have closed all the active windows from my desktop background. So this is the split screen feature in Windows 10 interface. Let's utilize them and use them perfectly to organize and control our applications. Thank you for watching and see you in the next tutorial.